Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, they've all shut down. What happens to your business if those platforms disappear? If they disappeared tomorrow, what happens? Now, right now, you might feel a bit of anxiety. Your heart might have skipped a beat. You might have or maybe you were jumping for joy, who knows? But if you have realized, oh my goodness, my whole business is reliant on social media, then this episode is for you. I'm gonna show you the simplest way to set up your email list or to revive your existing email list. Let's go. If your email list is sitting at 0, or maybe you've had a list for a while, but you haven't spoken to them in ages, or maybe you're like, I have an email list, I have some people on there, but I'm never attracting new subscribers into my list. If any of those sound like you, you're gonna love this episode. The reality is your email list is your moneymaker. It is the thing that drives revenue in your business. And if you are not communicating with your email list, if you are not building your email list every day, you are losing money. So here's what I like to think about. We like to think about social media as like you're renting the land that you're building on, right? You don't own Instagram, you don't own Facebook, you don't own any of the other platforms, TikTok. If any of those platforms disappeared, your connection with your audience immediately disappears too. These are great platforms, and of course we want to use them, but we want to funnel these people, this audience, onto land that we own, into an asset that we own and that we can contact them directly without worrying about an algorithm, without having to pay to get in front of them. And that asset is your email list. And I think most of us know we need to build our email list, but most creatives get stuck on the tech. Which platform should I use? Like, how do I actually get that set up? The other part is, well, how do I actually attract people in? Why would anyone join my email list? And then what the heck do I say to them? How do I nurture them? How do I add value to them? How many times a week should I email them? Can I send them too many emails? When should I contact them? And so it can feel really confusing and it can feel overwhelming to get started. And so today I'm just gonna break it down for you in 3 core phases, okay? Let's do it. Number 1 is the opt-in. And we're gonna talk a lot about that today. That is, how do we actually get people onto our list? How do we get subscribers, get your ideal clients into your email list, and what actually needs to happen for them to give you their email, right? So the opt-in. The second phase is the onboarding. So once they're in, how do we onboard them? How do we set them up for success? How do we make sure that we've set expectations? They know who you are. They feel welcomed, okay? And this is really about your welcome sequence. This is about the series of automated emails that you send them in the first really 2 weeks of the engagement. So this is the onboarding. How do we set them up? And then finally, we have the ongoing. Once you've onboarded them, once they've gone through your welcome sequence, what happens after that? What emails are we sending? How frequently are we talking to them? What does the cadence look like? And what's going to be the best setup for you? Okay? So we have the opt-in, we have the onboarding, and we have the ongoing. So what we're going to dive in on today is the opt-in. And we're going to talk specifically about what you need to create as a lead magnet. Now, a lead magnet is something that you offer. Generally, it's for free in exchange for a name and an email. So you would have seen these around. It might be a free video. It might be a free ebook, a checklist, a guide, a webinar. It's essentially a free value-adding thing, and it has to be valuable enough for someone to hand over their name and their email to get onto your email list, right? So we're going to talk a lot about the lead magnet. And if you stick around to the end, I'm going to show you the bonus moneymaker in the opt-in that you need to implement right away. It's going to cost you $0 to implement, but it is the moneymaker in your funnel. If you have this in place, it's going to change the game for you. So I'm going to share that at the end. So when we think about the lead magnet, I like to think about it like this, and I call this the FATE method. So the first thing every lead magnet should be is we want it to give them a fast result, right? We want it to be fast, easy, quick for them to implement. This is really important. So if it's a 50-page guide that they've got to sit down and read for 3 hours, do you think they're actually going to implement that? If it's, hey, you can implement these things, these strategies, and in the next 12 months get a result, do you think that's sexy? Do you think that that's actually going to inspire someone to sign up? Answer, probably no, right? So we want it to be fast. We want it to be easy for them to digest. We want it to be quick for them to read or watch, whatever it is. And we also want it to be quick for them to implement, right? Like, we've got to remember that people are paying attention and people have short attention spans. So that's the first piece. The second piece is we want it to be actionable. We're not selling information. The interesting thing is now, like, the best lead magnets are actionable. They give someone something that they can do and implement right away to see traction, to see results. And so we're not selling information. We're not doing a big 50-page guide. We're not replacing ChatGPT. There's no point selling information. We want to sell action. We want to sell something that they can implement right away. Okay? So a lot of people, their lead magnets are quite frankly boring, and they're too long, and they're information heavy. And that leads to overwhelm. That leads, like, people are never going to read it. They're never actually going to implement anything, right? So it has to be actionable. And then the third piece here is it has to be transformative. It has to actually lead to a result. Gone are the days where you could, like, whip together a quick 3-page checklist and be like, you should try these things. That's really information heavy. It actually has to lead to a result. And so we want there to be a transformation that they can see, oh my goodness, I implemented what they told me to do, and I can see an outcome. I can see the result. And I think that's really, especially right now in the world of content, in the, like, so much noise online, our lead magnet needs to actually deliver on a promise, and it needs to transform them in some way. And then the final piece here is it has to be easy. It has to be easy for them to implement. If they feel like they have to be really good at tech, if they feel like they have to be a pro in your industry to actually implement, if they can't understand the language, even like if it's too technical for them, they're going to tap out. So we have to make it easy for them to digest the information, to digest the resource, and also to implement, okay? Now, here's what happens. When a lead magnet is fast, they feel invested because they can actually pay attention and actually see it through because there's a quick win. It's really cool. When it's actionable, they feel momentum because they can do the things, they can see progress. Everyone wants to see progress in what they're doing. So if it's actionable, if there are tasks, if there are things that they can implement, they start to feel momentum and they feel like they are progressing. Really cool. And then when it's transformative, what happens is they feel trust. They trust you. If you're the one who's delivered the transformation to them, they are more likely to buy from you. They trust you because you've actually delivered on what you promised. You've delivered value to them for free. That's like a huge give, and it means that people trust you more. There are a lot of crap lead magnets out there. There's a lot of people promising the world and not delivering. So to be like just above average, you just need to deliver on what you promise. That's how they're going to trust you. And then the final piece is when it's easy, they feel confident. No one likes to feel dumb. No one likes to feel like, oh man, I'm way out of my depth here. If you can simplify a seemingly complex idea and make it easy for someone, they're going to feel confident. They're going to feel like, oh man, okay, I can do this. And again, that builds their trust with you, and that means that they like you. It's really, really powerful. So we want it to be fast, we want it to be actionable, we want it to be transformative, and we want it to be easy. That is what a good lead magnet is. Okay, so the FATE method, that's what you need. So here are 3 quick strategies to really help you to create a killer lead magnet. Now remember, this is the top of funnel thing. This is what people are gonna go, cool, I'm gonna give you my name and email, and then from there, we can sell to them in your email list. But first, we need to kind of get the lead magnet out there. So 3 quick strategies. First one, sell the painkiller. You know when you've got a headache, you want instant relief, right? You're like, give me that paracetamol, the ibuprofen, the Advil, whatever it is. You're like, give me the painkiller. But if someone said to you, okay, well, you know what you need? You need to sleep more. You need to absolutely take your vitamins. You need a more nutrient-dense diet. You need to really do some exercise. You need to go out in the sun a bit more. You're gonna be like, thank you, Nancy, for saying that. But really, I just want the painkiller. I understand I need to implement all those things, but give me the painkiller, please. Get off my back. It's kind of the same in your lead magnet, right? Shout out to Nancy. Sorry, I always pick on, I don't know why Nancy is my name, that I think Nancy annoys me. Anyway, we need to sell what they want. And so if you follow that fate method, you are going to be selling something that they want, right? We want to sell something that's a quick win, that they can go, oh man, I want that right away. It has to be sexy. We want it to feel like, oh my gosh, I need this right now. It's solving a problem that I have right now. I need a quick fix. Really important. The second thing is you've got to obsess over the hook. 90% of your lead magnet success is actually the way you package it up. So I can take a lead magnet from converting okay to converting like crazy simply by changing the name of the lead magnet. Now you might think, Laura, that's crazy. No way can you do that. I absolutely can. We took one of our lead magnets and we just tweaked the name. And by doing that, our conversions went through the roof. Our lead cost, it was like $2 a lead. It was so cheap to get leads for that particular lead magnet. And it was because of the hook. We didn't change anything about what we actually delivered. We just changed the hook. So I want you to think about, okay, what is the promise of this? How can I make the promise feel so compelling? And how can I make it feel like, oh my goodness, I must download this? So I really like to go into ChatGPT and kind of brain dump, okay, this is what my lead magnet is. This is what the promise is. This is who my dream client is. Help me to come up with an amazing name for the lead magnet and also an epic tagline for the lead magnet. So the name is like, one of our lead magnets is called the 6-figure creative. And then the tagline is, I think I'm going to get this wrong, but it's like the 5 strategies you need to hit 6 figures in 90 days, even if you've tried and failed before or something like that. So the tagline is really the juice of the lead magnet. So we've got the title of the lead magnet and then we've got the tagline. So go into ChatGPT and play around, get some headlines, like some name ideas, and then get some tagline ideas. And I promise you, you're going to come out with a much more refined hook that gets people's attention and that makes them go, I need this. So play with the hook, test the hook as well. You don't have to change the inside of the lead magnet. You just need to change and play with the hook. And the third strategy is have fun with the format. Play with different formats. Maybe you try a swipe file. Maybe you try a checklist. Maybe you try a video series. Play with the format and see what works best for you and your audience. We've done so many different kinds of lead magnets. We've done quizzes, we've done webinars, we've done ebooks, checklists, whatever it is. Experiment and play and have fun with the format. And remember, we really want the result of the lead magnet to be relevant to your offer as well. I think that's really important. So an example could be, maybe you're doing a checklist. It could be your dream client discovery checklist. And so it helps people to go through, okay, these are the things I have to implement in order to attract more dream clients. Maybe it's a swipe file and it's the 10 DM prompts to get instant replies. Or it's 5 ChatGPT prompts that will change your life. Whatever it is, there's a swipe file element. It's quick, it's sexy, it feels like, oh cool, I need this right now. Okay. Another example could be an ebook or a mini guide. And it could be the 3 things every 10K offer has. So immediately we're getting people curious. We're going, oh cool, I want to have a 10K offer. I want that. I need that in my life. So, or it could be the 3 mistakes you're making that are costing you clients right now. I also find it's really helpful to get specific on who it's for and also the time frame that they are going to get the result in. So an example would be the exact emails you need to send to get 3 new clients in the next 7 days. See how that's like, okay, cool. I'm going to send emails. I'm going to get 3 new clients in 7 days. That feels really juicy and compelling. So we're giving them tangible, like sexy outcomes, and it's fast, it's easy, it's actionable, and it's transformative. So it follows that fate method. Really cool. Here's your homework from this section. What I want you to focus on is using the fate method. I want you to create a lead magnet, whether it's an ebook, a checklist, a mini guide, whatever it is. I want you to create a lead magnet that follows that method, and I want you to launch it to your audience and see what happens. And in just a moment, I'm going to share the bonus moneymaker in this funnel that's going to help you to book more calls right away. There's no doubt that running a creative business and scaling a creative business can be challenging, especially if you don't have a plan. That's why I put together the system, which is where I walk you through my 3-step system that helps creatives just like you to scale to 30K, 50K, and even 100K months. So if you want more from your creative business, if you want to scale without burning out or losing your soul or working with clients that suck, then this is for you. Head to the link and you can unlock my full system today. So I promised you a money-making step in this lead magnet process, and here it is. Right after someone downloads your lead magnet, so let's say they come to your landing page where you're selling the lead magnet, you're selling the outcomes, and it's like all really exciting. They put in their name, they put in their email, and they sign up to get the lead magnet. What happens is through most email marketing providers, you can actually have an option to redirect them somewhere after they download it. And most people go to like a standard default page, which is like, hey, thanks for submitting. Your email will be in your inbox soon. Now that is a wasted opportunity because you have got your dream prospect saying, I'm interested in this outcome. And of course, the outcome is relevant to your offer, right? So they're saying, I'm interested in this. I want to know more about this. Why would we not take that opportunity to actually sell to them? So what we're going to do is we're going to redirect them to what we call a thank you page. And a thank you page looks like this. I'm going to walk you through the exact pieces that you need on your thank you page. So we've got a headline, an announcement bar on the page. You'll also notice that we don't have any header navigation. We don't have like home, about, services, contact us. We don't have any of that. The reason is we want people to be focused on achieving the one outcome. Like we just want them focused on doing one thing on each page. The announcement bar says, your resource will be in your inbox in about 5 minutes. Right now, watch this 2-minute video for your next step. So what have we done there? We've essentially bought ourselves 5 minutes. We're buying time. We're saying, hey, it'll be there in 5 minutes. You can chill, have a moment. Then we're saying, here's your next step. And so what you want to do here is we always recommend like inviting them to have a call with you. So we say, hey, here's your next step. Book your free 10-minute clarity call with insert your name to insert result even faster. So notice how we're tying this call to the outcome of the lead magnet. So if the lead magnet is 5 ways to get more clients from your website, this could be, hey, book your free 10-minute clarity call with me, Laura Higgins, to get more clients from your website even faster. So we're linking it to the result and the outcome that we've promised in the actual lead magnet, okay? So now we're going, cool, if you're interested in that, you might be interested in this. And we've got a video from us that says, hey, I'm Laura, I'm a web designer, I do this, this, and this. And on this clarity call, we do a couple of things. And you just kind of go through, okay, cool, we're selling the call now. We're selling the next step in your funnel. So if you want them to book an appointment, let's say maybe you don't do sales calls, whatever the next step in your funnel is, you want to pitch that here. Take that opportunity. For most creatives, it's booking a call with you, okay? Really simple. All you do is you have a calendar embed beneath here. So if you use Calendly, TidyCal, any of those things, you just embed that here and they find a time on your calendar and you can ask them some questions ahead of the call, like add some questions to the questionnaire form so that you can get some details about them before the call. But what you're going to find is by just adding in this one page after the lead magnet, after they've opted in, while they're thinking about it, while they're thinking about you, you are going to find that you book more calls and you land more clients simply by having this one page in your funnel. It's going to be a game changer for you. So what happens is most people, about 85% of your people are not ready to buy from you yet. Maybe they've just seen an ad. Maybe they've only just started following you. Maybe they're really new to business or whatever it is. So 85% won't be ready right now. But there are about 15% of people who are like, I want to solve this problem. I want to solve it fast. I like your vibe. I'd love to have a conversation. And that thank you page, it speaks to that person. So not everyone's going to book a call with you, but you will find that you book significantly more calls with the right people who are ready. And that's really powerful. For anyone who is not ready to book a call with you right now, that doesn't take you up on that opportunity on the thank you page, that is where your welcome sequence comes in. That is where the onboarding and the ongoing phases of this funnel, that's where they come into play. And I'm going to talk you through those in the next episode. And hey, if you're ready to install a real system that brings in leads, that converts your clients and helps you to deliver and scale with ease, then you need to watch my free training, The System. This is where I show you the 3 core steps every creative needs to scale their business without losing their soul. It's a free video you can check out, and I'm going to walk you through my entire process that I walk all of my creative clients through, and you're going to love it. If you want to scale to 30K, 50K, maybe even 100K months as a creative, then this training is for you. Make sure you check out the link in the show notes so that you can access the system. I'll catch you soon.